In July 2025, the UK launched Isambard AI in Bristol. To understand the scale of this machine, consider that it can process in a single second what it would take the entire global population 80 years to achieve. It operates roughly 100,000 times faster than a standard laptop. To keep pace with the industry, this entire facility was scoped, constructed, and brought online in under 2 years. It's powered by over 5,400 physical Grace Hopper superchips, representing a massive leap in hardware innovation. We refer to this computation as existing in the cloud, making it sound weightless and infinite. But there is nothing ethereal about it. This software is permanently anchored to rigid physical space, subject to the strict laws of geography. This is because AI actually operates in 2 distinct phases. Training is the phase where a system ingests massive amounts of data to build a model, a process that can happen practically anywhere. But inference is the active application of that model. It's the real-time decision-making that happens the exact moment a user asks a question or prompts a service. For inference to be useful, data needs to travel from the user to the server and back in a fraction of a second. That rapid turnaround is called low latency, and the only physical way to achieve it is to build the servers directly alongside the end users. So despite all of its computational power, the success of artificial intelligence relies entirely on whether developers can secure massive plots of physical real estate directly inside our most crowded population and economic centers. This chart shows projected data center energy demand against the UK government's AI targets. To stay competitive, the UK wants to scale its AI compute capacity to 6 gigawatts by 2030. That requires enormous continuous power, roughly equivalent to running several million homes simultaneously. This map reveals exactly where developers are trying to build to meet those crucial low latency requirements. As you can see, the planned development pipelines are heavily concentrated in dense red clusters around London and the southeast. Looking closely at the electrical substations in this same region, dark red dots indicate a completely constrained power grid. Because the system is maxed out, developers applying for connections today face impossible waiting times of 10 to 15 years. Software advances at the speed of light, but the electricity grid is a decade behind. Right now, this multi-billion-dollar expansion is effectively stranded. To survive a wait that long, developers are entirely abandoning plans that rely on the main electrical grid. Instead, they are pivoting to behind-the-meter solutions, which means generating their own power directly on site. This map overlays the high and medium pressure gas distribution network, the blue and green lines, directly on top of those exact same dark blue data center development areas. A massive infrastructure network capable of delivering energy is already sitting right beneath these gridlocked regions. From a delivery perspective, the difference is staggering. Instead of waiting over a decade, a 100-megawatt data center can connect to this existing gas network and deploy on-site gas engines to generate power in just 12 to 18 months. This chart compares the annual power costs for a standard 100-megawatt facility. Generating electricity on-site using the gas network results in a total cost roughly 33% lower than buying directly from the electrical grid, saving tens of millions every single year. Without this legacy underground gas infrastructure, many of these investments would become completely unviable, forcing developers to offshore their projects. Right now, it is the only commercially practical bypass available. However, running next-generation supercomputers on fossil fuels creates an obvious contradiction, especially when tech companies have built their brands on a commitment to zero-carbon energy. This timeline illustrates how developers reconcile that problem. The strategy isn't to use gas engines as a permanent step backward. Instead, they are designed as a highly flexible bridge technology. The same hardware installed today can run on low-carbon biomethane, a fuel produced from agricultural and organic waste. As production scales up, data centers can swap out fossil fuels without replacing a single engine. By the late 2030s, when the main electrical grid is finally upgraded, or technologies like small modular reactors become commercially viable, the primary power supply will switch to clean sources. The gas engines will then seamlessly downgrade into critical backup generators. Insisting on a perfectly clean electricity grid today means stalling all development for 10 years, allowing the economic and scientific benefits of AI to simply happen somewhere else. Strategically utilizing the gas network right now provides the required time to build the sustainable energy system of tomorrow.